welcome to another game in which I'm going to be playing Kha'Zix mid lane versus a Diana. We have Shen in the jungle versus a Xin Zhao. We have Misfortune and Sona versus a Tristana Leona. And we have Vladimir top lane versus a Volibear. So we'll jump in and we'll see how this goes. This is another pre-made game. So we're going for our normal strategy. We're going to send our bot lane into top lane and pressure that early. And I'll send our top lane, bot lane, to try and survive lane, get a bit of farm. Generally, he's going to lose tower early, and so is their top lane. Generally, that's how it works normally. Anyway, so we give our Shen a relatively good pull, and I go off to mid lane and start farming. I feel a little bit scared of Diana, to be honest, in lane, because her poke is quite painful, and when she turns 6, she's a pain in the ass to deal with. Every time she hits a Q, she'll jump on you, generally. And then, but in the early levels, I don't feel too scared. I keep dodging them because I keep moving the right sort of direction. And then our early control of bot lane, top lane, doesn't go so well. We start falling behind up there, kind of sucks. But our Shen comes out with a double kill. So there's two sides to the coin. Our bot lane is essentially behind, but our jungler is now miles ahead. So there's multiple ways of looking at it. I like to think that having a jungler ahead is nice. It's maybe not as strong as having a top lane ahead, though. But anyway, so I'm gonna sit back and sort of farm, and then I didn't realise my Shen wanted to go in, so I wasn't actually close enough to go in properly. My mistake. We weren't communicating as well as we should have, and I just go back to farming. Diana's feeling maybe a little bit scared of me, which I'm a bit confused by, to be honest. So I'm just going to focus on the farming and play it safe. She keeps going on me. She actually wins trades, but she's now wounded, so I don't feel too scared of her anymore. And she's going to struggle to go on me, so I'm just going to focus the farming and focus the pushing now. And then continue to push really hard, or at least as hard as I can, and then I'm going to go back. I buy myself a Tear of the Goddess, some boots, some wards, and a couple of pots, so that I can survive lane. Their Volibear is quite strong at the moment for 4-1-1. Not feeling too confident against that. But then our Vladimir gets a double kill bot lane. He dies, but he gets a double kill, and so that puts him theoretically ahead of their bot lane, which is good generally because he's a solo lane. But their Volibear's ahead of our bot lane as well there. So I don't know. To be honest, I reckon we're on even footing at the moment. So anyway, I'm gonna continue to push in. I'm scared. There we go. That's exactly what I'm on about. Every time Diana hits a Q, she jumps in, and then I have to back off. Luckily, though, I suppose I've got my E to get away from her, which means she has to use her ulti and put it on cooldown to keep on me. So I'm feeling kind of confident, to be honest. I don't feel hugely confident. I feel a little bit scared, and I'm having to avoid a lot of stuff and farm from a distance with W, but that's fine because I evolved that first for clearing, and because he's actually the stronger of the spells to evolve first. Anyway, I noticed that she wasn't here, so I started pushing, and then she comes back, and I'm like, okay, fine, you come back. I'm just gonna keep my distance and farm from far away. And then I go back. Shen goes into mid lane to hold it. I get a Vamp Scepter, some more pots. And then I come back into mid lane, and then get my blue. Quickly. A couple of weeks later. And then head back to mid lane. And then I notice Diana's not here, so I'm like, okay, there she is. She's got blue buff now as well. So equal-sided, to be honest. I noticed Zin's coming in. I'm like, no, not having that little fight. You can sod off before that happens. So I put down a ward. I would ward further out, but I just don't feel I can get out far enough. So that's just me not feeling confident. I don't feel that it's safe for me to move that far out the board currently, because I'm always pushed, and if I'm always pushed, what I've got to fear more is a tower dive, which means he'll come from the bush area, and I should be able to see him from that ward. But anyway, I know Zin's sort of somewhere near bot lane, and I'm sort of edging towards going down there, but then I don't. Vlad dies, Shen ults, but nothing happens. Kinda sucks, so we wasted an ult and still lost a guy for it. Kinda sucks. So, anyway, Diana goes on me, I back off again. I'm actually winning trades now though, because theoretically blue on Kha'Zix is very strong, because it allows me to W her when she jumps on me, and then W her up when I leave via jumping. So, anyway, we get top tower, they get our bottom tower, and then I notice this guy and I kill him. Boom. Jump in, kill. So this is the start of the Kha'Zix scope. One kill. That's all it takes. One kill, and then suddenly Kha'Zix starts snowballing quite hard. So I decide, let's go back. I'll just go back and I'll get a brutalizer. Boom. Now that I've got brutalizer, killing people is easier. When people die easier, I continue to snowball harder. So I know Diana's not here because he's in top lane. She's in top lane, so I'm starting to push. I know it's Volibear's here. I'm like, okay, fine. So your Fed guy is here to try and stop me. Fine, I don't mind. There's not a huge amount he can do to me. I'm just gonna run away anyway. Oh no, I got flipped, and then he ulted, and then I just run away. I don't care. I'm Kha'Zix, and now I evolve my wings so that I can jump in and jump out and jump in and jump out. Very strong. Gives you a lot of versatility in fights, and then we start pushing in for mid lane, and I keep poking. Volibear's no longer got passive now because I just popped that, and I keep hitting them with W's, and then we're like, okay, you've left this mid tower, cool, we'll take this then. Yoink. I then start roaming down to bot lane, maybe try and sneak in a kill. My team kills the Tristana. And then I come round, I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just steal these golems then. Boom. Leona's here all alone. And then Volibear's here, and we're like, oh, crap. Not the best situation ever. And then I jump here, and I run away from Diana. Diana spent a lot of time there chasing after me. So, she wasn't there to help the rest of her team, really, and she didn't get a lot out of it. She did get a kill, though, because she killed our Sona. But, still. We felt that at that point we traded quite badly. And then Zin kills our MF, I kill him, so I'm now quite strong on 2-0-2, building up for a Blade of the Rune King, because Blade of the Rune King is incredibly powerful, both from bruisers, assassins and stuff. And then, anyway, I catch out Diana, kill her, chase down the Volibear, continue to chase him down, and then we leave him. We're like, no, we can't do much with this. And then I pink this ward because I know they have one. And then I notice Zin's on the other side, and we're like, okay, pull this here. And then he smites it, but then I don't know why he did this. He wasted his flash to steal something and then died anyway. So he gave it to me in the end and a load of extra gold. Fine, I'm not gonna complain. And then they wasted like 4 wards for that as well. So they sacrificed quite a bit of gold there for something they didn't even get, because they gave it to me in the end anyway. Anyway, my team then catches a few of them out a bit, and I'm starting to wander around, see if I can get in. Nah. So I just go back to lane and I start farming. And Diana's here. I'm feeling quite strong now. I'm a lot beefier than her. She's got Seeker's Arm Guard though, so she can survive my damage. And then, anyway, I catch out Volibear. I'm like, no, you're not living. I don't care about your passive. You're gonna die anyway. So I kill him, and then I'm feeling quite beefy at this point. I'm feeling that I can handle just about any of their team 1v1. The only person I think I'd fear really in a proper full-on 1v1 is their Volibear. And anyway, so we're starting to pressure in for Drake. We've got pinks around. We kill off their wards. We know they're coming, so I slow them. Our Shen's top lane pushing. We're trying to get in for this, and then we kill off this ward. And we're trying to get in there. I'm trying to sort of poke, but I'm not. My team doesn't want me to sit at the front because, of course, if I get poked too much, I'm not going to do a huge amount. And then, for some reason, I don't know why, but we called for our Shen to come down. He had ult, and he could have just ulted if we needed. And then we're trying to poke the thing, and then I get caught out, killed. Shen nearly kills a few of them. They all live, pretty much. We only kill Leona and Xin. It's not worth it for us. And that was solely really because Shen didn't ult. And he didn't ult because he wasn't top lane. He needed to be top lane just pushing and pushing and pushing. Because even if we just sat there and just sort of fought for great and it stopped them from really getting it, we would have been better off because he would have been pushing. And they would have lost out on farm and stuff. Anyway, they catch us out, and I'm like, okay, I'm really altered. Boom. And we just slaughter them. Me and Vlad had just wrecked them there. And then I'm like, okay, you guys push mid, I'm going to go push bot. Quickly, boom. I've got my Blade of the Ruin King now. Feeling pretty strong, pretty beefy, and generally just a lot stronger than them. And then I'm starting to push in for this tower quickly as I can. I notice Xin, and then I notice Diana, and I'm like, yep, okay, I'm out of here. This bug's running away. And then I know they're warding there constantly, so I just chuck a pink in there and clear it out. And then buy a Ruby Crystal and another Vamp Scepter. Vamp Scepters for a Bloodthirster because I still want more damage. Just because I built Blade of the Ruin King does not mean I don't want the Bloodthirster. And then the Ruby Crystal is for the Black Cleaver. Because our MF is a little bit behind, she just rushed a Black Cleaver to basically, when she ults, allow me to just run through them with W and Q and just destroy them in fights. Which is a good strategy, and it works. And to be honest, actually, a Black Cleaver on MF is very strong. So they're trying to continue to push it. They are actually a little bit ahead of us, but we still feel stronger than them. We're trying to see if they're trying anything cheesy, like trying to get Baron. We notice they have oracles. We're like, okay, we're just going to shoot down wards and constantly hit the Baron. So the Baron starts hitting them, basically, if they go near the wards. Then we notice that they've all backed off, and we're like, okay, fine. So you can't kill our ward, because your guy with the oracles is in mid lane. He's not over there. So we leave the Baron alone for a bit, and then we notice that they're going for Drake. MF's not here. We're keeping our distance, maybe, a little bit. And then I get caught here, I jump out, and then chase down a few of them, and then I'm like waiting for an opportunity. I get ulted. I then ult off and sort of dodge all of their damage, and then keep my distance, Q. Then notice that Leona's out of position, kill her, quickly, boom. Jump, bang, dead. Okay, so we aced them. Pretty strong, yep. I then evolve my wings for my third evolution. Why? Because I'm not here to sort of take damage, I'm here to do damage. And a lot of the time, I'm going to be fighting one of them 1v1. So, evolving claws does more damage generally. And it allows me to duel 1v1 more often. And come out ahead. So, anyway, I build a Black Cleaver, I buy another Ruby Crystal, because I feel I need health to survive these fights. So I'm going to build a Warmogs later. But for now, what I wanted was just a bit more health. And Ruby Crystal does that just fine. And now I'm going to save up for my Bloodthirster. Once I get my Bloodthirster, definitely try and get Warmogs. I'm pretty strong at this point. I've got my blue buff now. And they're trying to push in. Shen is waiting for ult, so he's sort of keeping nearby just in case while he waits for ult. And we're sort of just stopping them from pushing and pushing them back. And then they're trying to catch on to me, and I'm like, no, it's not happening. You're not coming near me. And then Zane comes in, we kill him, and then we're like, okay, yeah. And he died really quickly because we all focused him, and because I evolved the claws. I basically just obliterated a quarter of his life with 1 Q. And that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage from 1 spell. And then double Black Cleaver is very strong as well. So we're feeling very strong. We don't ward up too much, but we just sneak in the Baron. They can't do a lot about it. And then we go mid lane to push. We send Shen to go off and stop the volley bear, because we know he's got ult. He can easily hold off a push. So we go in for this inhibitor. I hit it every so often, but I don't want to be too close to them because I know what will happen. They want to go for me. They don't really want to go for MF very much. They want to go for me instead because I'm the threat. I'm the one that's killing them. MF is mostly just utility with ult and Black Cleaver. So I was thinking of backing, and then I W, and then I finally go back. I couldn't buy anything, so I just I go back to farming and get as much farm as possible. I'm saving up for the Bloodthirster. I'm about a K gold off, and then I'm like, okay, let's take this, pull it out, and then go back to mid lane to push. Shen's top lane. We should probably go bot lane, but we feel that we need to get this tower over here, so we all come down over here. Shen's still pushing, and then we push in for the tower. As quickly as we can, we've got really strong wave clear with YW and with Vladimir. And then Zin sort of gets caught out because he jumps on me. I baited him basically, and then he jumped on me and I jumped out. And then he was caught in the middle, and sort of my entire team just got free harass poke on him. So we continue to push here. Shen then goes down to bot lane to push, because we've got a nice big minion wave there. Zin's down there now, but because he's there, they can't engage us, and we're just getting free damage on this tower. But sadly our MF stood in line of fire and took a load of damage from Trist. And then we continue to push in, we get a couple more hits, but we just can't get that last hit off. So we're like, okay, let's go steal their blue quickly. And then we know Baron's up sort of within the next minute and a half. So I go back, I get a Bloodthirster, and now I'm thoroughly ready for fights. I can burst people down really quickly now. So I'm trying to stack it up now as well. I'm just sort of wandering around, see if I can catch people out, kill them, W minions, clean them out, get stacks, pretty much. That is my goal. And then I come over here, kill these. MF was sad because I stole all the farm. And then we know Baron's up soon, and they're not really trying to stop us at this point. We know they're there, we've got our wards, and we see them wandering in, and we just come in. Boom, kill. And then I get caught out, killed. Kind of sucks. I played it wrong. I was hunting down the owner when I didn't need to. But my team then just simply obliterates them anyway. My team chases down, kills the Tristana, and boom. We win the fight, pretty much. And then we go in and we take 2 inhibitors because of it. And then my team backs off. We go off and we take Drake. And then I'm feeling pretty strong at this point. Even though I died there, that was my own mistake, to be honest. We're in an enclosed area and I didn't use my E very effectively. And I chased down a support for nothing, really. My own mistake. So we go off, we take Baron. There's not a lot they can do. They're losing. They've lost 2 inhibitors. And then I go off and I take blue. I then push that top lane up. And then I clean up the farm. Clean up more farm, and then we push in for this tower, we take it, not a lot they can do about it, and then we push in for the inhibitor, boom, 3 inhibitors down, and then I keep Wing them, looking for opportunities, W them again, Volley Bear catches out Vlad, pretty much the entire team gets ulted, and then we just go in and we aim to kill them all pretty much. There's not a lot they can do, like Gonias. And they spent a lot of time focusing him. They didn't have time to focus me or MF, and we just basically obliterated them in fights. Zing comes in, we kill him, It's like, he's a free kill at this point. And overall, I feel that we played this game right. We threw a little bit, we had problems with Volibear and lane, but overall, we played it right. We went for early advantages, we took them, and then we didn't let it get too late in the game, but we still felt that we had late game if we needed to, and we played it right. We did what we needed to do. We took towers early, we did the pressure, and we just basically turned everything into our advantages, took it by the horns, and just basically pushed it in. And then we did well. Thank you for watching.